Alright, how's it going, YouTube? This is going to be an update on the mega monster machine that I built myself for doing video editing. Just finished uploading just finished doing the last bit of editing on the final part of the video on how I built it. And I figured since that video is about a year old, I might as well do an update. So made quite a number of changes to this machine, mainly for additional processing power for videos, not necessarily processor. Plenty of processors in it. It's the hard drive speed that I needed, really. So I added these two hard drive bays made by a company called Thermal Take, here and here. Each of these holds a little tiny hard drive in each of them. They're little 2.5-inch form factor hard drives. I changed out the fan controllers for two 4-channel ones for total of 6 different fans in there. I forgot to change this from Celsius to Fahrenheit. This one's correct though. It kind of shows you the how warm it is in there and the rotational speed of the fans. So that's kind of cool. Now that's I guess let me get this last video uploaded. While we're waiting for this video to upload, it's the final video, I can go ahead and explain basically what you're going to see in the box. I already showed you the 2 hard drive enclosures that are on the outside of the box, so I'm just going to depict what's going on the inside. I have 6 hard drives on the inside of the machine that are all drive C. And then I have those 4 and 4. And this would be drive D, and this is drive E. The reason I did this is specific to Adobe, which is the studio product that I use to do all my editing and special effects work with, specifically Adobe After Effects and Adobe Premiere CS 5.5. They give you the ability to kind of manage the way the program works using multiple hard drives. So the way I have it set up now is these drives are basically the operating system and my cache files, and then drive D, which is drive E and drive D are made up of Western Digital 7200 RPM drives. They're not as fast as these. These are 10,000 RPM drives. They're all set up in RAID 5. So anyway, I put all my media files on this drive. The cache is on the C drive, and then the product files, the final product files, is written to the E drive. So basically what's going on here is when I do the editing on a movie, all the editing is done on these 2 drives. Basically, they're swapping information back and forth. And then when I go to finalize the project and render the video, basically it goes from these drives, goes from this drive to this drive with a little bit of caching on this drive. So it's never any one drive that's writing to itself. So all the read and writes are separated across multiple drives. Makes it a way faster experience, especially if you can have your cache drives and your temporary files on one, your media files on another, and then your final on the last. So that's a huge importance. Another thing you can do with Adobe, if you are running the 64-bit product, is use a whole ton of RAM. I upgraded this machine from 24 megs RAM, or gigs of RAM, I'm sorry. That's how old I am. I just dated myself. I remember when I had, let's see, my first computer had 256K of memory, and I thought I was badass. Now I have 48 gigabytes of RAM in this computer over here. So anyway, this video is uploaded and presented, so I'm going to go ahead and shut her down, and we're going to pull her out from the wall, and I'll show you some other tweaks that I've done thus far. Actually, before I pull it out from the wall, I just wanted to show you this. This is another one of the hard drives. This is a 3 terabyte 4-disc RAID array. It's running RAID 5. It's a pretty cool little unit. It can run either RAID 0, 1, 3, or 10, which is pretty bitchin'. Right now I just have it as basically a backup device. You can see in here it's got those 4 hard drives in there. And I have them full of really slow. They're these Samsung. They're like let's see, what are they? They're only 5400 RPM drives, but oh no, pardon me, they are 7200. I didn't know that. I thought they were 54. So anyway, they're 1 terabyte each. And so I have, basically the way RAID works is you discount one drive, because or at least one drive worth of capacity, because that's what RAID 5 is going to be using for the space on which it stores the parity information for the data to keep it redundant. Did you catch all that? And so anyway, just wanted to show you that is connected via a external serial ATA cable into the back of this guy, back there. So yeah, let me get this thing out from the wall, and we'll get a better look at what's inside. Okay, I'm going to reshoot this video because I forgot to turn on my microphone. Okay, so this is basically what we got on the inside here, all the upgrades and doodads that I've achieved since the last video. Let's see, I guess we'll start here. I've upgraded all the fans in this machine except for the two in these two hard drive bays, but this panel fan, the back fan, and the 2 fans up there are all new. They are these AeroCool Shark fin fans. They're a little bit faster RPM, and they have double the number of blades on them as a normal fan, and they somehow, some way are a lot quieter. First thing you may notice here, I've upgraded these heat sinks for the processors. The old ones were really, really loud. If you take a look at the last video that I did building this machine, the part 3 of 3 video, when I first turn it on, you can hear these suckers come on, and they're ridiculous. There's these little heat sinks. This one's cute compared to the one we're running now. You can kind of see the difference in size. So yeah, these are monsters, and they have enormous fans up underneath them. Those do a great job at keeping the thing cool as well as nice and quiet. You can barely hear the machine run now. It's great. Another thing I added was a totally different CPU, or pardon me, a fan controller. Instead of going with that four port controller, now I have 2 4-port controllers here and here that also have yeah, I think I went over this, but they these things that you see hanging here are the thermostats for them. So I have one on each CPU, some down here. Each one each on the video cards, and a couple in this area here for the hard drives. Basically 8 different zones in the case where I can kind of monitor the temperatures. And let's see, that's not really necessary, but it's a cool feature to have. The memory I removed from this machine, the Patriot, what was the type of memory? Sector, I believe it was, and am running now this Corsair Vengeance, which is, I think this is 1600 megahertz memory, where the other stuff was only 1333 megahertz. So a little bit faster RAM, and it's doubled in capacity. I have 24 in this bank and another 24 up under here, so total of 48 gigabytes of RAM. The hard drives that you've seen already, I showed you, but I'll show you the back of them. These guys here, I'm trying to stay out of the way. Each of these bays is its own independent hard drive cable, so if a drive fails, it's not reliant on the backplane of these little boxes. Each cable runs its own separate hard drive, and those cables run down into this LSI RAID controller, 8-port RAID controller. Good for 6 gigabytes per second. What else? Swapped out the 430 GTs for a set of, as you can see, the 570 GTs. And the reason I did that was the CUDA engine that the Adobe software uses takes a load off of the CPUs and places it on the GPUs on the video cards. So when you're doing some heavy rendering or graphics or something in After Effects with heavy anti-aliasing or alpha blending or the like, it takes a lot of stress from the CPU and allows them to do the encoding and allows the GPUs to do the alpha blending and whatnot. So that's kind of a cool thing. So anyway, I think that's about it. Trying to just moseying around, looking about. I guess the only thing I'd really change about this is where I have the hard drives in relation to the CD-ROM drives. It's kind of stupid of me to put the CDs way down here and these drives up here. You don't really touch these things unless one goes bad. Then you could, actually these things are kind of cool. You can just pull them right out. If, say, this drive died, you can just pull it out and pop a new one in. Bada bing, bada boom. And you're good to go again. But yeah, these should really be down here, and these should be up here just for ease of use. Kind of a stretch to get down here. Mr. Tall Guy, you know. So anyway, that's really about it. The whole purpose of me making these upgrades was actually kind of to make room or get me some extra parts rather for a different machine that I'm putting together or have put together. This one over here in the corner, and I'm putting that together for, well, as you may or may not know, I'm a musician, and I'm set up this machine here for making music. It's a music studio, so I use a machine, and the Focusrite 24 Pro, along with the complete version 8 instruments, and this MIDI controller keyboard, and this guitar, all smashed together. I can basically make any music I want to, theoretically. And I say theoretically because the software that runs the complete software, the machine, and this Focusrite thing has the learning curve of Mount Everest. I'm nowhere even close to knowing its full potential. So I'm going to be messing with that, mainly because, well, YouTube makes it difficult to put music in your videos anymore, so I'm going to just start writing my own, and I think I can do pretty well at that. So anyway, now you understand the whole computer thing. So get all this stuff put back together, get this video uploaded, and start thinking about Big Meat Sunday. Take care, YouTube.